Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lucia Tarot. I am your tarot reader Stephanie, and today is our December 2024 monthly predictions. So we're going to see what is happening for you in the month of December and anything else that we're going to look forward to. We have the three modalities of my tarot readings. I tend to do general, love, romance, relationships, and then career and finance. But we have 4 piles here for you today. Pile 1, we have a red bow. Pile 2, we have this sparkly bow. Pile 3, this looks like rose gold. It's a very pretty bow. We have this rose gold-ish bronzy bow. And then pile 4, we have this cute little gold bow. So take a few deep breaths, think about your month of December, and I'll be ready for your reading whenever you are. Hello there, pile 1. If you chose the cute red bow, then we have a reading here for you for the month of December. So we're going to see what is awaiting you this particular month. Let's start with the card you chose. We have Telling Stories, 38. What words so tender can be spoken so bravely, unless they are true from the truest of words? So I'm getting... Telling stories lets me know I'm kind of getting gossip or you hearing stories about certain people. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad, because to me gossip has always been neutral, but I feel like you're going to be hearing a lot of very specific things this coming December, either from people themselves or from people that people know. There is something here about storytelling. So either somebody is spinning tales or somebody is telling stories. That's very straightforward. You might find out about certain things from certain people. This could even be within your family because I feel like some of you are just going to find out about certain things this particular month. So very interesting. We also have Snow, 33. There is beauty in the divine that settles on thy flesh, a magical enchantment bestowed in purity. I feel like this particular information is going to give you something new to look forward to. It's kind of like sometimes when you hear about like the story of somebody or the history of somebody, it like allows you to see the world in a new light or to carry yourself in a new way. That's what I'm getting. So some of you, there's a transformative story here. It could be your own. You could be the one sharing your own story, but I feel like you're going to be hearing this from other people. Yeah, because there's something about community. I mean, you could also read about this, maybe especially about those people who you really look up to, like in a biography or something. And then the last 2 cards from this deck, we have Cardinal Medicine. Thyself bleeds of sacredness, an honor fit for the gods. You are worth all the seas and all the skies and all the desires you hold inside. You're going to be gaining a new sense of self-worth this month. I know that seems rather extreme, but like I said, it's like you either watch a particular movie or you hear a specific story. Something about somebody else's life is going to inspire you this month, which is very interesting. It could also be something that somebody tells you about yourself or regarding a situation that you had with somebody in the past. This is going to be very enlightening. We also have Bear Medicine. There is no tomorrow without the healing of the past, for in stillness you shall find yourself right where you are. If this is a story regarding you and somebody else in the past, or maybe of your own past, I feel like it's going to be very healing. Very healing. Sometimes when we hear stories about ourselves as kids from like our family members, it reminds us who we are. Like maybe you forgot that you absolutely loved to draw, or that you absolutely loved to sing and dance when you were a kid. And now you think to yourself, it's like, well, I don't do any of that now. It's that kind of realization where you tap into like a certain story, even if it's fictional, and it inspires you to be better, to do better, to see yourself in a new light. So I love this energy for you. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards for the month of December. For my pile 1. Also, we have lots of repeating 3s, 38, 33, and 3. So that could be an important number for you. Also, number 1. We have in Aries, your willpower, what you think you know about, and do it your own way. Yeah. So Aries makes me think of childhood because it's the first sign of the zodiac, and I think it's supposed to relay certain ages, like up to ages whenever you start talking. So for a lot of you, this is going to be a story about from back before you could talk, or back before you could verbalize things, because I think the way the zodiac does it is like Aries is newborn energy up to when you can talk. Taurus is like when you can finally start talking and eating on your own. And then Gemini is walking. There's a specific, like each sign is dedicated to some example of our growth. So if you want to look at that up, you can. But Aries makes me think of beginner energy. It also makes me think of a renewal because, again, it is the first sign of the zodiac. If you go by that method, I feel like there's just like a newness to you. A lot of you, you're gaining a rebirth in December for whatever reason. Back of the deck, we have the second house, your beliefs, what you value, and your resources. Yeah, I feel like you're also going to start valuing different things in different ways. I'm not sure what's happening for you, pile one, but I feel like this is very pivotal. Very pivotal because I'm seeing somebody be with family and hear a story, and that shifts their perspective big time. Yeah. Or maybe, and it doesn't even have to be like your own story. Like I said, it could be somebody else's. Maybe you want to carry on like some family member's legacy in this way, or you are inspired by them. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. Oh, I love how this deck shuffles. And I suck at shuffling. That's how you can tell it's a good deck. Okay, so pile one. Oh, we have the bee and pomegranate, productivity. Oh, this is number 26. So this is going to be a very productive month for a lot of you. I feel like you're going to be very busy. A little busy bee, if you will. Pomegranates make me think of Persephone as well, for those of you who resonate with that goddess. So I feel like you could actually spend a lot of the winter time, not just December, but of course it begins in December. You could spend a lot of your winter time being very productive as opposed to more in party energy, for example, because for whatever reason, I'm being shown that juxtaposition. Like Persephone hides away in the underworld during the winter months and then comes back out during the spring. I think it's going to be the same for you. You're going to be hard at work or at least away for the winter season until the spring comes. So I don't know what it is about the winter season for you, pile one, but you're going to be productive on something here. And it could be your own growth here because we were talking a lot about that. But it could also be your finances since the second house is coming through. And Aries, it could even be your own self-image or how you present yourself to the world. Let's get more cards. This one is very straightforward. Like, it's interesting. Like, this might be my pile of people who are typically not very spiritual, but you just kind of want to know what the cards have to tell you. Also, lots of red, because pomegranates are red, these cardinals are red, and you even chose the red bow. And red is an Aries color. Interesting. We have, okay, 2 more cards. Oh, ladybugs, more red. Good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. Quite literally, you could work with colors. You could be somebody who maybe colors are like a sign for you. Like how some people view, they view angel numbers like, 1111 or 555, etc. I feel like you view colors this way. I know I've started to with certain situations. Like if I see a certain color a lot more often, specifically a color that is not trending, I know I take it to mean that way. So for you, it could be the color red, or that could just be like your signature color during the holidays. We also have pronghorn, action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you, you're focusing on your success, on your finances, on getting yourself to a better place. You could take up like a new job or maybe a seasonal job, something along those lines. Like you are focusing on getting yourself to a better place this particular month. And I am loving it. Let's get a Sacred Creators Oracle card for my pile one. We have You Are Epic. I love this. I also kind of like the progression of numbers because we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're definitely following like the steps towards something. Like you're taking a rather traditional or very streamlined way of doing something, and you're not afraid to do this. I think especially if you typically jump out of order when it comes to taking steps towards something, I feel like this particular month, you are actually taking like reasonable consecutive steps to get there as opposed to like some other weird way. Like you're following a very tried and true method. Very interesting. And then we're going to get a sparkly, super sparkly crystal card for my pile one. And I apologize if you can hear the cars in the background. They decide to be loud when I decide to record because they were not loud earlier. We have smoky quartz. Put your own oxygen mask on first. So what I'm actually getting from this card is that yes, take care of yourself first. And I feel like you really are focusing on the self. Aries would be that sign that really focuses on the self, because if you don't take care of yourself first, who else will? You know, you can't take care of other people if you don't focus on yourself first. But I'm also getting abundance here, because smoky quartz is a crystal of abundance. It's also a crystal of taming certain indulgences, or like keeping things in line. For example, I know people use it to prevent overindulging or overspending or overdoing something. It's part of the reason why it's one of my favorite crystals. It just keeps you balanced and grounded, but in a gentle way. It's a very, I don't want to say it's restrictive, but it helps you to keep yourself in check. So I feel like a lot of you, you're being very responsible this month, pile one. Not to make you sound like you're boring. I don't think you are. I just think like you're really looking at yourself and wondering, how can I be better? How can I put myself in an energy of getting myself to a better place? I don't know if you've had like a rough year or if you've just been overdoing certain things, but I feel like this particular month for you is going to be very sobering, because that's the overall energy that I am getting for you. Like, you're putting yourself first, not to be selfish, but because who else will, is what I'm hearing. It's like, the story you're hearing could be from somebody who has done something, and maybe it's a story of caution. For example, I'm seeing, maybe it's something you've even witnessed for some of you. Like, you see a friend overdo something, or you heard that somebody did this, and now you don't want to walk down that path. So you are taking better care of yourself. You're doing a lot for yourself this month. And I think it's about time, because I don't see any outside influence aside from this particular story, which I don't think anybody was telling it to you to warn you about anything. I just feel like you overhear it and you're like, I don't want to end up like that. So you end up working on yourself. And I'm very proud of you, pile one, because especially with the You Are Epic card here, I feel like you don't understand. Like, this is going to make you 10 times better than what you used to be. It's going to make you that much stronger. It's going to make you that much better. And I'm not saying that you weren't good before. I'm just saying, like, you are definitely working on your self-growth. You are working on improving yourself. And a lot of good luck will come with this. It's like when you take action, the good luck follows. When you take action towards good things, the good luck will follow. I feel like some of you, I hear that you're choosing better people, or you're choosing better situations, better circumstances. Because I don't know why I'm hearing or seeing / hearing this. It's like there's somebody here who maybe around the holidays likes to overdo it, likes to go to parties, likes to do XYZ. But I feel like if you looked at the past year and how different that energy was versus when you decided to focus on yourself, you realize that you feel so much better when you don't follow vices, or when you don't allow yourself to be tempted by the things that you know are not going to make you feel good after. For a lot of you, because I'm seeing the reds, maybe it's like you're deciding not to follow the red flags anymore as well. And you will know who you are. With the bear medicine, I mean, quite literally, some of you could be choosing the bear over, not just men, but, you know, people that you know will lead you down the wrong path. Not to hate on men or anything. I just feel like you're choosing to do better. You are choosing to be better even. And I don't know where this is coming from. Like I said, it could start with a story. But for a lot of you, you're wanting to grow. You're wanting to put yourself in better energy. And I guess we'll find out why in the tarot. But if this sounds like you, if this sounds like something you want to keep hearing about, let's move on to the tarot portion to see how your month of December 2024 will turn out. So for my pile one, we're going to start with the general reading for your tarot, because I do this in 3 sections. So tarot, love, relationship, and then career, finance. So for my pile one, what's going on for them in general this particular month? What do they need to know? We have, the 10 of crystals. Like I said, this is the 10 of pentacles. So a lot of you are working on your stability. You're working on your finances. You are working on building a better life for yourself. We also have the 3 of pentacles. I feel like a lot of you, you're going to be focusing a lot more on work or your career. Maybe your studies, maybe some of you are taking like a winter study program or something along those lines. I don't know if that exists, but it's possible because you want to accelerate your learning. We also have strength. Yeah, overcoming certain obstacles. I wonder if some of you, I keep hearing that some of you are like sobering up or just being good this season. That is so weird. Well, not weird. I'm not to shame you. It's just so interesting, this energy that is coming through, because it's kind of giving me, not again, I'm not judging here, but you know how when you're a child and you know if you're good you're going to get a gift from Santa? That's what I'm getting. So I wonder what it is that you're really building up for, because yes, it's for yourself and to better yourself, but I wonder if like something happened to you, pile one. Two of Cups, maybe it's for somebody that you really care about, because Two of Cups is a relationship. It's an emotional connection to somebody. It could be a family member, of course. You could be doing this for them. But for a lot of you, I feel like maybe you feel that certain habits you've had have been preventing you from finding somebody or finding like a true emotional connection. Or you could be doing this for somebody as well, which is very interesting. And it doesn't even have to be romantic. It could be for your own kids, you know? Maybe you want to rebuild the relationship with your kids if you haven't really had one. And you want to just be better for them. You're strengthening your relationships by strengthening yourself this month. We also have the Nine of Wands. This is you building up your defenses, and maybe that's more clinically, like maybe you're literally building up your immune system or just bettering yourself. I just see you strengthening yourself so much that is all you focus on this particular month. Maybe especially for those of you who have had like some rather interesting winters or holiday seasons where you know you overdo it, and every year it's just like you know you go overboard, or you feel that you for whatever reason you're just wanting to be better this year. And again, my hats are off to you, pile one. I'm very proud of you. We have oppression. Yeah, there it is, the devil. For a lot of you, you're trying to avoid something negative this year, whether it's and whatever this is, could be anything. Like I said, I'm saying overindulgence. It could be overspending, overdoing something. Maybe it's getting together with some toxic people. Maybe some of you are avoiding family. For the sake of like somebody else that you truly care about. So whatever the case is, I see you doing good this particular month. I think especially for those of you, like I said, you've had a history of something here, or somebody's story really spooked you into being better somehow. Let's go ahead and see love and relationships to see what is going on for you this month. For my pile one, I am using the Whimsy Tarot, which is a Ghibli based tarot deck. It's very cute. It's very small. I will link it in the description because I know some of you are probably looking for gifts this season. And this is it's by an Etsy shop, so you know, go give her a shout out. It's a cute deck. But let's see what we got. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So you're going to have a lot of good luck in your relationships. I feel like the good times are still going to roll. The good times are still rolling. I just feel like you're scaling it back. So if you feel that people are going to like feel bad about you or shame you for doing the things you have to do this season to keep you healthy or in a good space, I don't think so. I think people are really going to support whatever it is that you're doing, pile one. We also have the Three of Swords, which is interesting because maybe for some of you, this is due to a heartbreak with somebody. It could be this Two of Cups energy. I think you messed up with somebody, so you're wanting to better yourself. We have the Seven of Swords. Interestingly, it's reversed, and I wasn't really going to take reversals, but I'm going to leave it reversed because I feel like certain truths are coming to the surface. You could be clearing the air with somebody that maybe has done you wrong or they've done you wrong. I don't know. I feel like there was bad blood on both your sides. I feel like you're doing a lot of good things this particular season, but you're clearing the air. We have the Star. There's a lot of hope for you. I see people wishing you well. I see people really supporting you on this particular journey of yours. And even as I'm saying this, like my left ear is ringing very strongly, letting me know that your ancestors are also with you, specifically your maternal side's ancestors. So maybe the story that you heard or the path that you have been following was something from your mother's side of the family. Whoever it is that you resonate with more. Let's get more cards. We have the Four of Pentacles. I see you holding on to your sense of self. I see you holding on to your integrity. Let's get one more. And we have the Two of Wands. Oh. You know, it's interesting. There was a particular time in my life when, whenever I was seeing the signs that I was going down the right path, I would see two birds flying away together because I was doing something with somebody at that time. And I took that as a sign to mean that we would both be free of certain things that were binding us, that we would both be free to pursue whatever it is that we wanted. That's what I'm getting for you. Like, you're going to be seeing signs of you being on the right path through your friends and family and your lovers, if you have any, your partners, if you have any. I feel like people are really supporting you on this because they see you trying, and I feel like they're going to do whatever they can in their power to help you along this journey. Back of the deck, we have 10 of Cups. Yeah, they just want to see you happy again. They want to see you very happy, because people who truly love you, they want to see you do better. So I see you gaining a lot of support and a lot of love from the people around you. I think overwhelmingly so. You know, it's like I just see an outpouring of love and goodwill toward you because you want to do better. And I'm not saying there's going to be people who aren't, I think like anybody who has anything negative to say, you will be very heavily protected from. You'll be very heavily protected from them, because I can already hear it's like, well, what about this person and this person? If they are truly your friends, if they truly care about you, they will want you to be better for yourself. Let's look at career and finance for my pile 1. This is a very quiet pile, which is interesting because I feel like you're just really taking yourself seriously this month. But like I said, I'm very proud of you, pile 1. We have the 7 of Swords. So there's been some shady stuff at work for sure. I feel like this could be gossip. This could be just people talking about stuff that is none of their business. Or you could come across certain news that maybe you were not meant to hear. We have Justice reversed. Okay, yeah. It could be something against you, or like I said, maybe you're having to take sides, but there's some shady stuff happening at work. We have the 4 of Wands reversed. I'm going to lay them all out because I feel like this is a story. We have the 10 of Wands. So good stuff is coming, but you won't be able to celebrate it. Like, good stuff is coming, but it's going to be like a rather shady or rocky start. This would be like you're finally getting rid of a terrible boss, but like there's like they're not going to go down without a fight is what I'm seeing. So just be careful to not get caught in the crossfire. We have, Jupiter, which is, this is the Hierophant. Which Jupiter is also the planet of good luck. So like I said, good luck all around, but the workplace is going to be something very interesting. I would play it very safe and try to keep out of trouble. If you come across certain news, do not spread any news. Like whatever you hear at work, do not repeat anywhere, except to those, except to those whom you can really trust. But even then, because I had a hard time saying that, I would err on the side of keeping quiet. Keep quiet at work, even if you come across certain news, because I feel like somebody here, there's just some interesting energy back of, 10 of Swords reversed. Be careful, because even though I do see things getting better at work, you're not out of the woods yet. Like you're still dealing with somebody who is going to act rather strange once it's their time to go away, or once it's their time to fall, or once you know they're going to get in trouble. Because I feel like you will get hint that something is changing. But Justice reverse lets me know that you could suffer the consequences of having spread misinformation or having spread rumors or something along those lines. So do be careful at work. Back of the deck, we have, this is the Knight of Swords. Just be quiet. At work, be quiet. At work, be quiet. At work, don't say anything. Don't spread anything. Like, if you can just not talk at work, that'd be great. If you have a job where you don't have to communicate, that's fine. This is Mercury retrograde at play, because I feel like it's going to happen during the first week of the first few weeks of December. So double check everything that you have sent out in terms of emails. Make sure you double check all messages. I know it's going to be a little difficult. Maybe this is part of the reason you're really focusing on your work, because you know this is going to happen. You could also be under I'm hearing under strict scrutiny. So maybe really do be careful at the workplace. Double check all your messages, double check all your emails. Make sure you're communicating with everybody very clearly, and do not spread rumors, for the love of God. I don't know. That cannot be said enough within this particular pile. So do be careful at work. Keep your mouth shut, smile, and continue with whatever you're doing. You're just there for a paycheck, and after the holidays, or after, specifically after December, everything should be fine. I was going to say after Christmas, but I know not every country has Christmas. So whatever's going on, just keep quiet at work. Don't spread anything. Otherwise things could get messy if you do. So that was very interesting. Let's go ahead and move on to some closing advice for you, pile 1. So clearly the work situation is very different to whatever's going on with you personally. I think it'll be easy because you're already focusing on yourself. You won't want to care about what everybody else has to say at work because you're doing good with you, and that's all that matters. That said, don't let people know your business either, because I feel like that could be misconstrued as well. So let's get your closing cards. So for closing advice, I'm using a self-care oracle. For any self-care things you can do for the month of December, that might help, because it can be a stressful time for some people with work in the holidays and nearing the end of the year. We have positive affirmations. Speak positively to yourself. I've started doing this where I keep a journal and I just write beautiful, positive things about myself. And I'll refer to myself in the third person, just, to read it as if somebody else wrote it. It's, I think they call it automatic writing, where you kind of just allow spirit to influence you, whatever it is that you're writing, and it'll feel like a letter from the universe to myself. So some of you could benefit from that. But if not, positive affirmations, just speaking beautiful things to yourself can really help. And if you need to record yourself saying these things and then hear it back from yourself, by all means do it. I do it all the time. We have look to the stars. Some of you are going to be really into astrology. I think this particular Mercury retrograde is going to be a doozy, because as much as stuff as I was seeing in your workspace situation, I feel like you're going to be looking to see what days you can send certain messages, especially if you're already into astrology. Let's get one more. We have sing. Why am I hearing karaoke night? Maybe some of you are going to go out singing karaoke style, or maybe just singing could be something you like, especially if you do carols or caroling around this time of year. Let's get a card from the Let Go deck, which I haven't used this in a minute. It's one of my favorites. What are we letting go in December? What are we letting go for the year? For my pile one. Okay, these two wanted to come out. Oh, there's three? Okay, three. So we have pay close attention to your patterns and let go of those that are merely reactions to life. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are doing this. You are like rehabilitating a part of yourself that has been doing nothing but reactionary things, and instead you're being more mindful this particular month. We also have this one. Let go of all aversions, meet every challenge, and flow with life. A lot of you, you're no longer scared of the dumb things that life has to throw at you because you know you've overcome worse. And then we have this as well. You are willing and able and won't give in or stop hoping. Enjoy your journey to love. For a lot of you, like I said, you are doing good things for yourself out of a love, if not for yourself, then for the people around you, whether that's a partnership or children that you may have, or even just your family. And that's very admirable. Let's get a card from the Forest Friends deck for my pile one. Okay, this one wanted to come out, the rabbit, or white hair. Awareness. Are you attuned to your environment? How can you be more aware of the world around you? And I feel like that especially goes, I feel like you already are very aware, and that's part of the reason you are doing the changes you are doing this particular month to better yourself, to see how far you can go when you really set your mind to focusing on you and focusing on your growth and self-improvement. Let's get one more card from this is the Green Witch Oracle. I meant to get this in the oracles, but we'll do it here. We have leadership, broccoli, number 6. Maybe some of you are wanting to step into a position of leadership, and this is why you are doing this. Or maybe you just want to take back the role of a leader, especially within like your friend group or maybe your family dynamic. You are stepping into a leadership role and it looks wonderful on you. I want to get one more for my pile one. We have gratitude, pink rose, 36. It's interesting that we have 6 and 36 here. So maybe something about 30 years could be important, or you could be a life path 6 or a life path 9. We also have 31, 45, and 41 for anyone who needs those numbers. But with gratitude, I feel like practicing gratitude every day, even just in small ways, will help a lot in the long run. Because one way to heal, even on a very, very base level, is to just be grateful for the things around you. And I feel like you already are, but it just, it bears repeating because it really does go a long way when it comes to feeling good and better about yourself. But this is where I leave it, pile one. Like I said, I am so proud of you and I am sending you so much love, so much healing, and so much support. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 2. If you chose this cute, sparkly Christmas bow, then we have your reading here for you. For the month of December, we're going to tap into the oracles and we're going to do the general love, relationship, and career and finance reading. So let's start with the card you chose. We have Light 20. Hope is but a word casting the unseen. Let there be light where light is but a dream. Interesting. So you're definitely bringing a certain light this particular season. Or why did I say season? I guess it's not just going to be December. It might be like the entire winter season. But for a lot of you, you're bringing a sort of light this particular month. You could be literally shedding light on a subject, or you could be, I'm just getting a healing energy because I'm thinking of light work. I'm thinking of energy work here. This is like after the shadow work, it's the light that you bring in to heal where all the darkness has taken up space. So let's go ahead and get more cards. Yeah, this is definitely my spiritual pile, very different from the first pile. So let's see, we have Cold Moon 6. Take with thy the dreariest of moments. Release me for their tongue and nourish me with light. Again, more light. So the full moon could be of importance to you this particular month. I'm not sure when that is. I would look it up, but I feel like the full moon is going to be very important. And I was also hearing that song. I don't know what it's about. When the full moon turns white, that's when I'll come home. So maybe some of you are going home this month, which makes sense, especially for the holidays. Something about the full moon and going home, and something about completion as well. And home could be more metaphorically. Maybe you're finally finding something that makes you feel like yourself, whether that's a specific subject, maybe it's a habit, and for some of you it could even be the people around you. Maybe you're finally going back to your actual family, or your found family, your friends, or maybe even your pets, because we do have this cute dog here. I'm sure that's a wolf, but you know, wild dog. He's a wild dog. Let's get more cards for you, pile 2. Silver and white are definitely like your colors, and I feel like that's probably a Christmas song. We have family. Yeah, like I said, some of you, we're talking about the people that surround you. Number 12, thy love is present in the presence of thee, a comforting veil that warms the heart and hugs the soul. I'm not going to lie, pile 2, I feel like for some of you, you could be seeing, I mean, yes, you could be seeing your family again, but I'm also seeing like your own family, like your lover, your children, your, like that which is the closest to you. I feel like you're either shifting your ideas about this particular subject, especially if you don't really have one yet. And I say yet because I feel like a lot of you might want to. And for some of you who already have one, I feel like you're going to be very, very grateful for them, because I feel like there's something about coming together with family that is very important to you. And I'm tearing up as I say that for whatever reason. So maybe this is going to be a very emotional encounter. We have Perseverance 26. Stay in thy power, dear child, for thy lonely is never alone. When the world is dreadful upon thy, turn to the spirits within thy. So, and it's interesting because here, like, the moon is not yet full, if you can see that. So I feel like a lot of you have been working hard for this, for whatever this is. Like, you've worked hard for your family, you've worked hard to do something here, to be together with the people that you care about the most. For some of you, there's a reconciliation of some sort. I don't know what that might mean. I guess take that as it resonates. But let's go ahead and get more cards for my beautiful pile 2. We have Owl, Magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Yeah, like I said, seeing through to the truth, seeing through deception, let the past go and make room for a better life. I feel like some of you are choosing to forgive somebody who's been in the wrong. And why that is going to be up to you. Maybe we'll get a little bit of that in the tarot. But I feel like for a lot of you, especially if you've had difficulty within your family, I feel like you're choosing to forgive somebody who maybe was in the wrong, but you're choosing love over being right. You are choosing love over whatever their ego is wanting, whatever your ego may be wanting, which is very interesting. I wonder why this is, because I'm hearing repentance now. Like, I don't know who's repenting here. Somebody's apologizing maybe. Let's get more cards for my pile 2. And of course, if you don't want to forgive anybody, you don't have to. The owl spirit is just very much letting you know that intuition is strong with you, that your wisdom is strong with you. Your magic, yes, but I feel like your wisdom will win out in the end. Because like I said, it's not about being right. It's about wanting things to be better. So we've got Jade. Be the calm be the calm within the storm. That's what I keep getting. It's like you're doing a lot to put up with people this particular month. I think especially those that are close to you or who are meant to be close to you. Of course, somebody's name could also be Jade, maybe Jaden, or Jada, or what's another name? Something along those lines. Or the crystal jade could be important to you. I know especially in certain parts of Asia, the jade crystal is like very symbolic of something, of like good luck and fortune. So maybe family is going to be very important to you this particular month. Let's get more cards. I'm being told to get 2 of these. We've got horse and bluebell, modest fortitude. Some of you could be year of the horse, like myself. Maybe some of you come from families of like many horse people. There's like 4 horses in my family. Or no, 3. Maybe 4. All I date are horse men, so maybe eventually probably. But I feel like, yeah, there could be some horse energy here. But modest fortitude lets me know, again, you're just accepting people even when they are deciding to go at it alone. I wonder who it is that you're looking after. Because it's kind of like there's one particular individual standing out here. I'm not sure if they're part of your family or if maybe they're a child of yours, or maybe you're somebody's child. Maybe it's a parent. I don't know, but it's like you're looking out for somebody here because the heart is yearning for someone. We also have the coyote and datura, deceit. Yeah, I feel like somebody here was dishonest and you're having to forgive them. Somebody here, and I don't know what the magnitude of this dishonesty is, because I don't think it's just a little kid lying about having too many cookies from the cookie jar. I think this is something like a deception that was it hit you pretty hard, or maybe it hit someone pretty hard. But there's something here about forgiveness as well, and reconciliation and repentance. Like somebody here feels very sorry that they lied to you about something, whatever this might be. God, this is so interesting. I felt this energy before in previous in previous readings about a family, and I don't think there's shame here. I just feel like this could be my pile of people who can't be fully honest with their family for various reasons, because sometimes families are not very supportive, or they refuse to understand certain things, or there could be certain traditions to uphold. Therefore, it's hard to be honest with the family here for whatever reason. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards, though. It's interesting. I feel like the first 2 piles, we're dealing with some heavy emotional stuff in December, and I'm kind of not surprised. Pluto moving into Aquarius, we're having to shift a lot of things, and not everybody likes the change. We have Pluto, of all things. The need for control of and obsession with, a power struggle. Yeah, maybe this is a power struggle or the need to control something. Somebody here has control issues. And if this is you, I feel like you need to be very honest with yourself, pile 2. I'm not judging and I'm not accusing you of anything. But if you feel the need to control somebody to the point where they feel they can't be honest with you, I need you to ask yourself why that is. And it could be vice versa. Maybe somebody here is so controlling that you feel the need to be dishonest, because I feel like it could easily be you on either side. And it could be both in some cases. Maybe the control could be outside of maybe both parties here, and therefore the lie had to happen. Interesting. If there was like third party intervention, and I'm not talking about, cheating, I'm talking about like somebody else's parent trying to control somebody, this could be where the deceit is coming from. Or maybe a friend who had a very heavy influence as well. I'm getting that. Very interesting. Let's get more cards. Somebody here is deciding to stop messing around with certain friends and just trust their family. This could be you, this could be somebody else. So the month of December, what do we got going on? We've got make a mission statement for your soul. I'm hearing rock and roll will save your soul for some reason. So somebody here, like I said, it's repentance. Somebody here feels spiritually wounded by the thing that they've done. We've got find your sacred flow. Yeah, and it's funny that 12 comes up twice and December is the 12th month. So somebody here is quite literally at the end of a journey, at the end of something here where they no longer want to deal with this. I'm also thinking of the 12th house in astrology, where this is the subconscious. This is that which is not seen. This is that which we tend to need to rehabilitate in order to make it function. I say this as somebody who has both the 12th and both Moon and Mars in the 12th house. So I know a little bit about rehabilitation when it comes to the emotions, and not so much the body, but definitely anger and how energy is managed. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're dealing with something that has been unseen, maybe even for years, whatever the case may be. I feel just somebody coming to you and like confessing a lot of things and asking for your forgiveness, whether it's spoken out loud or maybe a little bit more indirectly. And I feel like this is gonna be like your biggest thing of this particular month. Let me also get the Green Witch Oracle cards. In the previous pile, I forgot to do these. I think I did them toward the end. So, pile 2. Maybe you're finally coming home after a long time of not having been home. And you're worried of how that's going to go. Clarity, Carrot. Yeah. There's going to be a need for clarity. I feel like your third eye is going to be very strong because you might need it. And I've spoken about this. I don't know if it's on this channel or like with a friend or something. But sometimes our intuition kicks in when we really need it because it's a trauma response to the environment that we've been around. You know, and I feel like maybe this particular environment that you may be stepping into or that somebody else is stepping into and you're having to witness it is something of it's very triggering for them. So therefore their intuition is going to be like ultra high, on high alert. You know, it's going to be ultra strong. It's going to be hard to ignore. And that itself can also be a different kind of power struggle. It's like the power you have over your own intuition. We're supposed to work in tandem with it, but sometimes our intuition can get out of hand and see into so many things that we don't know how to tolerate it. I know I've done this when I've had to be around people that I just know things about and I cannot stand the things that I know about them. So I'm getting that particular energy, maybe especially with family or people that you view as family, maybe with friends. It's like, you know, somebody did something and you cannot stand it, even if it's not your intuition. Maybe you just were given a heads up somehow by somebody, by something, and you just know what's going on. There's like a strong need to control yourself and practice patience and practice love, because there is a big sense here that somebody with the modest fortitude and deceit, I mean, just look at this. It looks like the horse is confronting this coyote, and even the horse looks very, very loving in that gaze. It's like, how could you, you know, why did you do it? So instead of getting angry, I see somebody asking, why did you do it? Or not to play the victim or anything, but they may even say, why would you do this to me? That's what I'm getting. I'm just hearing questions and somebody breaking down. So I don't know who this is for, but it's going to be a very strong thing in December. And I feel like it'll shape your month for sure. But regardless, I do see you gaining a lot of clarity. I see you focusing on yourself. And again, I see you bringing light to this. I feel like, especially if people think that you're going to be very harsh with them, I see you practicing forgiveness because you know that's what you have to be to that person at that time. Numbers coming through, we have the 20th. Sorry, we have 20, we have 6, we have 12, we even have 26 here. So maybe the 26th could be of importance, and that happens to be the day after Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, maybe that's something that has to come through. That wouldn't surprise me if somebody waited until after the holiday to come through with something, just so they don't ruin the holiday. And then Roman numerals, which I am still learning. XLIX, I want to say that's 49. And then we have XXX. This is 37. Yeah. So we have 37 as well. Maybe somebody here is 37 or 26. We have 58 and then 12 again. And number 1 here for clarity, which I see as a new beginning. Like I said, I feel like somebody here is having a new beginning. This could be you, this could be somebody you know, or somebody that you're witnessing. But I feel like this is going to be like your main thing, because family is going to be very important, especially for those of you who take like the whole month off to focus on your family. This could take place during a vacation for some of you. Like maybe if you rent out like a house and the whole family gets together, or if the whole family gets together at somebody's house, it could take place there. Because I'm seeing a very big house for some of you. This could be maybe grandma's house, grandpa's house, something along those lines. But very interesting, the energy that is coming through. Also mountains. Well, these cards have a lot of woodland scenery in them, but I'm also seeing the mountain here. Yeah, this month is going to be very pivotal for you because I don't think things will be the same. I don't think you'll be able to see things the same as well after this particular month. Maybe you won't be able to see a certain person the same either. So let's go ahead and move on to the tarot. If this sounds like something you want to keep hearing about. I know, not the happiest so far, but you know, there's other stuff happening in December as well. For my beautiful pile 2. And of course, owls make me think of Harry Potter. Maybe some of you like to rewatch that series during Christmas or the Christmas season. Because it does give Christmassy vibes, even though it's, I don't know, it's Harry Potter. Let's start with the general reading. For my pile 2, what do we have going on in December? For my pile 2. We have awakening. This is judgment, which doesn't surprise me. Like I said, after December, things will not be the same for you. I'm wondering if somebody here is having, like, it doesn't have to be bad. It could be somebody having, like, I'm hearing somebody having a child, and maybe it's like either with like the wrong person or with an ex or out of wedlock. I don't know, something along those lines, which from my perspective, that's not a bad thing. You know, I feel like that happens all the time. But for somebody here, they're going to take it a lot harder than I think a lot of people would give them forgiveness for. We have the Page of Swords. So you're going to be at a loss for words, or the way you speak and communicate is going to have to be very... It's going to have to be very tactful, because you may want to say what's on your mind right away. But again, we have Mercury retrograde this particular month of the first 2 weeks, and then like the shadow part of it. So I would just rethink what you have to say, maybe even 3 times over this particular month. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. It's like you want to take control of a situation, but you're going to have to stand down. A good queen knows when to stand down, including the Queen of Wands. Like, she knows when to shine bright. She knows when to take control. She knows when to take action. But reversed, it's like, again, we have to be careful with our words and even our actions during Mercury retrograde. So do be careful with your actions, because I'm kind of seeing you as the Queen of Wands, and maybe even this person as the Page of Swords. They could be somebody younger than you. They could be an air sign. My gosh, the cards have gotten very timid ever since I said this, because I'm sure, yeah, 8 of Cups reversed. Somebody is coming back into their feelings. Somebody is deciding to acknowledge the feelings that were there, or that maybe they've decided to run away from for a very long time. Maybe they were even drowning their feelings in some bad habits, is what is going on here. And then we have the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Swords. I feel like whatever the situation is, this is something that has to be thought out very thoroughly. It has to be thought out longer than you think, because this is a card of rest and contemplation and meditation. So if there is a choice to be made, take your time with it. Take your time with making this choice, because it's not something that you can easily just do. For some of you, this could be an ex coming back around. And again, if it's an ex that you weren't completely sure about, or you feel that you have to test the waters with in case they really have changed, that could be the case as well. Maybe a friend as well. For a lot of you, it is going to be a friend. Family members, same thing. You're taking things slowly. Back of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles. This could be with a work situation, but I doubt it, just because it feels a little too intimate for a lot of you. Well, unless you work with this person, or if you have like a family business, I guess that could also make sense. But take your time. And this hurts. Look, I got Venus in Aries and I got Mars on my ascendant. I like to do things quickly. But I'm being told for this particular situation, this Queen of Wands reversed, she will slow down. She cannot just, you know, run through things like she typically likes to do. She has to take things into consideration. Let's go ahead and get your cards for love and relationships, just in case this is something along those lines. I'm being told no. I'm being told you have a different situation for love and relationships. Okay. Okay, pile 2. That was specific. We've got the Lovers reversed. Like I said, for some of you, this could be an ex coming back. So if you don't want this, stay right here and tell the universe that you don't want this. But for those of you who have been wanting a reconciliation with an ex, even if it's not as lovers, maybe you just want them back as a friend, that could also be the case. So for some of you, this could involve a partner. Maybe it's a partner that you're already with, committed, and etc., that you want to reconcile with, or that you're having to forgive. And for some of you, not all, it could be like a baby parent, you know, a baby mama, baby daddy, that again, you might have to forgive them because maybe they really do want to change and be back in your life or something along those lines. Again, if you don't want this, you do not have to claim it, but I'm just letting you know what's going to go on this particular month. And I feel like the Christmas season would bring that out in a lot of people. Let's get another card. We have the Wheel of Fortune, fate at play. And you might even feel that fate is playing a cruel joke on you, considering some of the things that you've had to go through. I'm gonna lie, the month of December is gonna be intense. Pile 1 was also intense in a different way, but you've got stuff going on. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. Make sure you're focusing on... Oh, this is gift giving. A lot of you, you're just wanting to have like a really nice holiday season. Maybe you want to get that bonus so that you can do something for the people around you. Like I said, if you're going on vacation, maybe you really want to earn the money for that nice vacation, or maybe something that you want to buy for everybody. Because the 8 of Pentacles is like the rewards of your labor. And I'm being told to take that a little bit literally, but also if you've done any work to mend and heal your relationships, I feel like it's going to come through here. At the very least, any work that you've done to mend and heal your heart, they're going to show up, because you're going to be tested this month for sure. We've got the Fool, new beginnings. I already heard it. Some of you are like, I'm not going to be a fool. I'm not going to be played a fool. And you could take it that way. But I'm seeing more that there's new beginnings here. In fact, this is Ponyo and whatever this boy's name is. And their love is very pure. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're starting a new journey with somebody. This could also be somebody new entering your life as you are mending things with somebody from your past. Ironically, in mending things with somebody from your past, you find somebody new. And I don't think they'll know of each other. I don't think that's how it is. And it's not third-party situation either. I just feel like it's, for example, in finally healing from the damage of an ex, you find somebody new, or you meet somebody new that has potential, which is very interesting. And if it's not your ex coming around, it could be you dreaming of your ex. It could be you hearing about it. Like you know, they're in the air somehow, even though they're not really around. Maybe you're still spiritually tied to them. So if that's the case, that would be the last leg of your healing, is courting and detaching. Okay, oh, that's a lot. Okay, no, let's just get like 2 or 3 more. We've got the Ace of Cups. Yeah, you got new love connections coming in. You've got new friends as well. I feel like for a lot of you, you're starting new friends, new connections. You're meeting new people in December. Probably through friends. We have the 8 of Wands. And this month will go by fast. I feel like you're actually going to be very actively social this particular month. I don't know if people are just inviting you out everywhere, or everybody's in town so you get to see everybody. But you've got new stuff coming up for you. So this energy of like past love situation is not going to stay or remain forever. I feel like there's new things coming in socially. In fact, it could be your friends that help you take your mind off whatever's going on with your family, or whatever's going on with this particular person who was apologizing, which, like I said, could be an ex-lover. We have the Queen of Pentacles. You are focusing on your bag. You are focusing on your security. If there's money to be made, you're going to make it, because I feel like I know this time of year, like all the stores release all kinds of sales and deals, and it's like, it's great that all those things are on sale, but you don't want to buy everything all at once. So maybe some of you are just deciding to take up an extra job or extra hours to pay certain things, because we want nice things. Let's go ahead and get, speaking of jobs, speaking of career, speaking of finances, let's move on to that. And it's interesting how easily the tarot portion has flowed for this particular pile. So even though it started off very murky in the oracles, like I said, there's good stuff coming up for you. So what's going on in terms of career and finance? I just dropped like a whole pack of cards. Okay, let's get back to shuffling. We've got the Awakening again, Judgment twice. And it's interesting that both of these decks call Judgment Awakening, which I feel like makes more sense. So there is something pivotal happening in the workplace. This came out for pile 1 as well. I don't know what's going on in everybody's workplace, but I feel like This Pluto and Aquarius energy is really shifting like work dynamics. Ooh, we've got the King of Cups. You have somebody who is either very emotionally intelligent or is just really looking out for the people where they work at. This feels like a boss. This feels, if, or your manager, direct manager, somebody here is really looking out for people and making sure that everybody is feeling good. I feel like this is somebody who really does enjoy the holiday season and make sure that everybody is, you know, that everybody gets a little bit of something, because I'm getting Santa Claus energy from this person. So even if you don't celebrate the holidays like that, I feel like you may still have a very generous person, even if it's just being generous with their good cheer. You know, I think it really makes a difference when you have a boss who is genuinely happy for people, as opposed to somebody who is always, you know, just breathing down everybody's neck. That does make a difference in the workplace. We have, ooh, the Seven of Cups. You're going to have a lot of options. I feel like you're opening up your options at work. Like maybe more positions become available to you, or you're going to be able to work multiple shifts. I feel like if you want to pick up something, you can. I did mention that. This could also be you juggling many jobs. So you might not just have one job this holiday season. You might decide to do 2 or 3. Maybe you do some freelance stuff on the side and you have your main one. We have, ooh, this is the Hanged Man. You're going to change your mind about how you view your job and or career or even your finances. You're going to change your mind about this. I feel like somebody's going to introduce something to you that you never thought about before. Like somebody's going to introduce something that you can do for money or to make a living that maybe you never considered. Interesting. This could be because of the new friends you make. This could be because, again, you have a new boss who is going to give you options. I really like this energy. The workplace is going to be really good to you this particular month. Your finances are going to be great as well. Yeah, Ace of Swords, new ideas. You are going to have new options, new ideas, new opportunities. I feel like you won't get to them until the next year, of course, because, you know, the holiday season is always crazy, but they are going to be presented to you. They're going to be available. And yeah, Three of Pentacles reversed. The way, it's funny that the Three of Pentacles is reversed twice here. In fact, both of these begin with Judgment and then the Three of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you're no longer going to work with certain people that you just know you don't want to work with for whatever reason. It could be because they don't do their work well. It could be because you just don't like their energy. It could be because they just have a terrible attitude. You are choosing who you want to work with, and if that means working solo, I think you're going to be fine with that, because I know there's people out there who don't like to work alone, but I feel like this pile, you don't mind that, because especially if you like to get things done in your own pace, in your own time, with your own method, I feel like that would benefit you a lot more. This could be, for example, maybe you work for a company that actually has freelance opportunities, and maybe you feel like that would be a better fit for you for whatever reason. So I'm getting that very strongly. So I feel like you're going to be opening up to a lot more, you're just deciding not to work with people anymore who bring you down in every aspect. And that could be mirrored even within your family. You're just deciding not to be around people who you know you just can never win with. Very interesting energy. I really love this. What's back of the deck for this one? Yeah, Eight of Cups reversed again. Like some of you, you're getting back in tune with your feelings. This isn't everybody, and of course this is not legal advice. This is not professional advice whatsoever. I'm just hearing this coming through. Some of you might decide to either switch medications or be off certain medications because you want to feel again, for those of you who suffer from certain situations. This isn't everybody, and I'm not telling you that this is what you're going to do, but if you were already considering it, make sure you speak to a professional, because I could easily see the Eight of Cups reversed as you wanting to feel certain things again. And if you're on certain meds that numb you out, I feel like, yeah, that would make sense. Again, this is not professional advice. Speak to somebody about this. Like, I cannot stress that enough, but a lot of you want to feel things again, and maybe you'll do this through more natural methods as well, like meditation, or I'm hearing hypnotherapy for some of you. Like maybe you might try something along those lines. I see you seeking out a professional because you want to feel something again. So I feel like these are good steps towards being a more authentic version of you, or the version of you that you would like to be. So again, this is very interesting. And I know that's not going to resonate with everybody. I just feel like if you were already thinking that, and if you're already speaking to a professional, this is just confirmation of you doing this particular thing. I don't even want to say it's good or bad. I'm just saying that you're doing you. And, you know, it's good that you're acknowledging where you need to be or where you want to be. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and move on to to some closing advice. Very emotional month for sure, because pile ones was not as emotional, but they also were very much working on themselves. This one is very interesting. Pile 2, let me know what's going on with you. If you feel the need to share, if you feel comfortable doing so. Let's start with the Forest Friends cards for the month of December for my pile 2. We've got, oh, what is this, a badger? Wise old badger, purpose. Be determined. As long as you can stay true to your goals, you can overcome any obstacle. Yeah. And for some of you, your goal is to be more loving. And for some of you, your goal is to accept more people into your heart. Because like I said, some of you want to feel again. And I feel like, especially if you feel that you've been drifting away and you want to come back to something here, it could be important for you to acknowledge how you feel. Oh my gosh, we have this cute dog. Home-loving dog, loyalty. Let your heart be filled with love and loyalty so that you can offer it to others. Wasn't that what I was just saying, pile 2? And then home-loving. I feel like, yeah, you're coming back to the things that you want to be loyal to. A lot of you, you're going to be very dedicated to your family. And this is beautiful energy. I love this. I love this for you. Let's go ahead and get more cards. This is the Let Go Oracle to see what it is that you need to let go. We have this one. Let go of all aversions, meet every challenge and flow with life. Yeah, you're meeting challenges this month, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think this is actually good for you because it shows just how much you've come along. We also have this one. Meditate to dispel all fears and become a beautiful, enchantingly magnetic person. Some of you, you're deciding to meditate on something. Like I said, you're meditating on a decision that you have to make between you and somebody else or something else, a situation. You're being very wise in the way that you approach things this particular month. You're being very wise. And I'm very proud of you, pile 2. I'm proud of everybody this month, that's for sure, because we're all showing that we are becoming better versions of ourselves. Even if it is just for this 1 month of this year, we're all deciding to become better people. And like that kind of chokes me up because I've seen people go through a lot this year. Not just myself, you know, it's the people around me too. I'm very proud of all of us. Let's go ahead and get more cards. This is from the Self-Care Oracle. We have plan a vacation. Like I said, this is like the 3rd time I've said something about a vacation. So maybe you are planning a vacation this month, or you're planning a vacation this month for the following year. I know it's like a really good month to start planning vacations. And maybe somebody will gift you one, or this will be like a gift to yourself. It's a great time to plan that stuff. At least in the US where I live. We also have sweet treats. So yeah, for those of you who love wintertime holiday baking, this is definitely going to be that. Or maybe you just enjoy watching the holiday baking shows. That could also be the case. I want to get one more. Soak in a bath. So yeah, maybe baths are going to be very healing for you, or Epsom salt baths. Some of you could go to like an actual bath place, like a Korean spa bath, or I know there's places where you can just soak, and you know, they're very relaxed. Maybe that's the vacation you're planning for some of you. Oh, back of the deck, because I happen to look at it. It's number 4, be still. And this makes me think of the 4 of Swords card. Again, meditation. A lot of you might be meditating a lot more this particular month, maybe because you really need it. And maybe this is where the wisdom comes from, because you're dealing with certain challenging situations and rather tricky situations. And I feel like answers will come to you through and with meditation. But this is where I leave it, pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I wish you a beautiful, happy December. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 3. If you chose the rose gold bow, then we have a reading here for you about the month of December. We're going to see what the month of December will hold for you, what it will bring, and anything else you should be looking out for. We're doing the oracles to get an overall view, and then we're going to go into the tarot to get a general love and relationship and career advice here. So let's start with the oracle that you chose. We have Silent Night 32. If by night the world should sleep, a sleep so deep the silence be deafening, there would sound nothing at all, nothing would sound. So this might be a very chill and quiet month for you, pile 3. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think this could be my pile of introverts or people who just like to have, peace and quiet. Though this chair does make me think that there will be important key people within this month for you. 32, maybe somebody here is 32 or could be turning 32. So let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. For pile 3, we have star. 36. Follow the stars, for they know best. Not too light, not too dark. A shimmer of what is coming next. This makes me think of the star in the tarot. So there's something here about hope as well. But also something about solitude and being solitary. Maybe some of you are deciding to make December for example, in terms of dating, maybe you just decide to be alone, solo, like just on your own, or you could just decide to not really celebrate anything in December for those of you who celebrate, the holidays, or if the holidays are a thing where you live. Very interesting, but you're spending a lot of time alone. We also have light, 20. Hope is but a word casting the unseen. Let there be light where light is but a dream. This came out in pile 2, so if you're coming from that pile, this is just confirmation that you should be here. But this is also shedding light on something. This is you bringing light to something or being the light in a situation. I do see this as shadow work or light work, energy work, something along those lines, but it could also be just finding peace within yourself. I love the energy of this particular pile. Back of the deck, we have forest, 15. It is without question a place of mystery, whispers of power you've forgotten. Let thy strength crawl from beneath the ground and remind you, dear child, you are magic. So a lot of you're taking a rather spiritual approach to December for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just been like a difficult year and you're deciding to take all of December either away from work, away from people, or away from certain situations, and you're just focusing on you. You're focusing on yourself. Already, I love this energy. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards for the month of December for my pile 3. We have sun, the creation of, the gaining of respect for or from, things brought to life or light. It's interesting because this goes right next. Oh, and the sun is just another star. Star, light, and sun. In the silent night and in the forest, you are definitely illuminating yourself this particular month. You're going to be shining. You're going to be glowing from within. And I feel like you do this because you're very much, I just get this feeling of being done with something. And because you've been done with that, you want to shine bright again. So whether you just came out of for some of you, maybe you quit a job. For some of you, maybe you came out of a relationship or a situationship for some of you. And then for some of you, you're just done with some sort of expectation that the world has of you. And you're like, no, I'm going to focus on me. And I'm going to allow myself to bloom and shine as brightly as I can. Oh, I love this energy for you, pile 3. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. We have the dragonfly and pansy, balance. Yeah, it's like in order to find balance within the darkness that has been this whole past year or maybe the previous month or something along those lines. I just see a lot of you wanting to literally light yourself up, but in a good way. It's like you're choosing to do good things for yourself. I'm kind of liking it. There's been a similar theme in a lot of these particular piles for December. So I feel like everybody's going through something where instead of overindulging, instead of partying really hard, everybody's just kind of scaling it back and focusing on the best parts of themselves. And why this is, I'm not sure. I don't know if anything between when I'm recording this now and like sometime in December, like everybody, the whole collective will shift somehow. But I see a lot of people just minding their business, honestly, and doing themselves, doing them. Even in the dating life, I feel like everybody wants to be single and not want to date. You know, there's a big uptick in celibacy within the culture in general. We have, and as I say that, puffin, partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. For those of you currently in a partnership, like a romantic one, I feel like you are doing good for yourself so that you can improve the partnership. And a similar vibe was coming off of several readings that I've had like within the past week. So I don't know what's going on. Puffins are, I think they're from Iceland, or you can find them in Iceland. So maybe Iceland is an important place for some of you. I know I love that place. I've never been, but I know my heart is there, and I will go there one day, and I will absolutely love it. But the puffins make me think of partnership. If it's not an actual romantic partner, it could be your friends, like those that are very close to you. I feel like you will actually be wanting to hang out with friends a lot more. You're going to want to be surrounded by people that truly care about you, because even though we have a lot of solitude, it's like when you do seek something outside of your solitude, you will only want to seek people who are good for you. So these are friends that are very caring. These are family members that are healthy and good towards you. And again, if your partner is good to you, I feel like you will take the time to be with them, because unfortunately not everybody is with a partner that is healthy. And if you know who you are, then you know. I don't know why I'm saying that so directly, Pile 3, but I think some of you needed to hear that. That's not everybody, of course, because I know there are people out there who will never leave their partners even if they're not the greatest person. And why that is, I'm not sure, but I guess we'll find out throughout the rest of the reading if that resonates. Let's go ahead and get more cards though for my Pile 3. We have rose quartz. Let your rose-colored heart lead the way. So a lot of you, if you recently left a romantic situation, I feel like you are focusing on yourself, and that makes a lot of sense. But even if you are in one, in a good, healthy one, I feel like you're allowing yourself to be swept up by romance. Another way I'm being told to see this, and it's interesting, I feel like you are dating yourself and literally sweeping yourself away in romance. It's like you're treating yourself out to nice things. It's almost like you're pretending that you have somebody, and you are literally getting up every day as if you're about to, meet your person or go out and do stuff with them. And again, for those of you who have come out of a relationship, maybe it's just a sense of, I don't think it's denial though. I think it's just you really appreciating yourself for who you are. It's like you're going to continue being the amazing person that you are, even if they're not in your life. Back of the deck. Amazonite, trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. I will elaborate on that, but I need to get more cards first, because I'm being shown something different. And that's going along with the balance. Oh, a lot of you are overcoming codependency. That makes sense. You're overcoming codependency, and that's why it's irrelevant whether you have a partner or not. It's like you're overcoming the need to have a partner if you don't have one. And even if you do, you're overcoming the need to always be with them or to depend on them. So you're trusting your gut here. Because one thing we do when we have codependency is we forget to trust our own gut, our gut feeling, where our solar plexus is, our power. That's what I'm getting with this. And both Amazonite and rose quartz are heart chakra stones as well. So you are healing that part of your heart that feels that you need somebody. Let's go ahead and get another card. And codependency can be with anybody. Some people are codependent on family members. So that could also be healing that part of you which feels that you need like a certain family member with you all the time. We have overrate your intuition. Yeah, and some of you just straight up, you are definitely honing in on your intuition. You're developing your psychic ability. You're developing your third eye. For some of you, you could have had a fear of it, a fear of whatever your third eye had to show you. I know when I had to heal part of my intuition, my third eye, it was fear of the truth, because the truth is sometimes very harsh and the truth can hurt. And it's like, if you lie to yourself every day, how can you expect to be intuitive? Intuition is truth, and even the truth that hurts sometimes. That's what I'm seeing. And this would be, for example, I would get the intuitive hint that, somebody would do XYZ, but I didn't want to believe it at all. I didn't want to believe it because in my heart, I'm like, well, no, that's not true. They're not that way. They're this way. But I was fooling myself, and in fooling myself, I was doing my intuition a disservice, and I was dishonoring that. And I feel like for some of you could be going through something similar. If it's not about, lying to yourself, it could also be about just fearing the truth in general. Like if you're afraid of the truth, how can you expect to be intuitive? Yeah, that was very strong. So I think somebody needed to hear that. And then what does your soul say? A lot of you with this solitude, this solitary energy, I feel like you're doing a lot of shadow work and you're working on yourself very strongly. I don't feel like this is going to be for most of the month. I feel like it's just going to be for a very good portion, or maybe even like a very strong week of this particular month. because I'm seeing you, like, I'm seeing a lot of people ask themselves why they hang around certain people, why they feel the need to only do certain things with certain people. And for some of you, it could have something to do with aging as well, because we have 2 to 62, you know? We have 32, 36, 20, 15. For whatever reason, I was getting the sense of aging. Like, as some people age, they feel the need to latch on tighter to certain people. Even, again, as I said, even if those people are not the healthiest for them, because there's a lot of people like in their old age, and we see these, you know, old couples who have been together for several decades, but they don't even seem happy with each other, and they're only with each other because, you know, they don't know anybody else. Like, they don't want to go out dating. Who wants to date at 70? You know. And I feel like that there's this sense here that there's a, and I was even mentioning that how my generation, they just don't want to date, and it's like, why are we already tired of dating in our 30s? We're still young and we still have a lot to offer and a lot going on. So I feel like for some of you, you are either grappling with that particular subject or theme, or you could be one of those people. I know I'm not. I love getting to know people. I love dating. It's fun. But that's just me. And maybe it's different for you, pile 3. Let's go ahead and get the last of your cards, though. And of course, if that's not resonating, you do not have to take it. I just feel like certain people needed to hear this. If you don't want to date, you don't have to, but I'm also letting you know that it's okay if you want to. It's okay. Let's get the last of your cards. Pile 3. We have happiness. Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest question of all. It's like, what makes you happy? Are you happy? And are we redefining happiness? Because happiness can change over time. Like, maybe at some point in your life, certain things make you happy, and then other things make you happy. And for some of you, you're questioning why you do certain things even though you don't like them. You're questioning why you do certain things for the sake of maybe partnerships or friendships or other people. This is Marjoram, for those of you who resonate with that herb. And this is also number 15. So the 15th of December could be rather important for some of you. Back of the deck. Yeah, love, tomato. We have 30. And did we already have 30 here? No, we didn't. But I was talking about our 30s. So we have 30, 32, 36. Tomatoes make me think of Italy, because the best tomatoes I've ever had, the best tomatoes in the world, are made in Italy. That's one thing I learned when I went there. And you cannot convince me otherwise. But there's something here about love, for sure. Not just the love you have for yourself, but how you relate to other people, both as friends, family, and romantic partners. And of course, how you relate to others. And I feel like the only way you get to understand and know that is through being secure in your own solitude, being secure in understanding why you may even fear being alone, whatever alone may mean to you. So yeah, we're getting very deep in December, that's for sure. Every single pile so far has had something, and I mean, this isn't as heavy as the previous piles, but there's definitely a lot of philosophical like energy this particular December. So let's go ahead and move on to the tarot. If this sounds like you, if this sounds like something that you would be experiencing in December. Like, I wish I could say it's all cute, fun, and games, but I feel like everybody's being severely introspective. Like, I really do hope there's fun stuff and times for you, pile 3. Because, look, I'm a serious person, but even I don't like how serious some of the piles have been this particular reading so far. So let's go ahead and look at your tarot. We're doing the general, love and relationship, and then career and finance. So for the general part of December, I love this deck so much, but it is so big for my little hands. And look, these cards are sturdy. I love that about these, but shuffling is something I guess I will have to master in the following year, because that was one of my goals for this year, was to learn how to shuffle effectively. Okay, pile 3. We have the 10 of Wands. Oh, you're letting go of something that's been weighing you down. I love to see it. I love to see it. Pile 3. You also have a lot of support from people. I should mention that. We have Serenity. Yeah, this is the Hermit card. And I'm not surprised. Like I said, a lot of you, you're doing things alone. Especially for those of you who are typically very social or who like to go out to parties and stuff. I don't think you're doing that this year. Or you're just deciding not to go. Why? Because I'm actually getting the energy that this particular pile, you're either very social or you have like a lot of friends or maybe something along those lines. What is this? We have the Five of Wands. You're just tired of running around aimlessly. Because the Five of Wands can be conflict, but maybe you know, for some of you, you know there will be conflict if you go out and you don't want to have to deal with that. And for some of you, you're just tired of running around. You're tired of the chase for the sake of the chase. You're tired of partying for the sake of partying. It's like if you can't find a reason to do something, you're not going to do it. A good reason, not just... for example, there's people who exercise just because they like to exercise. You know, they like to be physical, they like to move around. But I'm getting the feeling, if that is the case, that you're not just going to exercise, you have to have a reason behind it, which is very interesting. I wonder what happened, because this energy for December is so interesting. The fact that it's come through in every pile, even though each pile had its own thing going on, the energy is still the same. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you're focusing on your money. You're focusing on your stability as well. And then, ooh, the Queen of Pentacles reversed. What happened, pile 3? Why is this Queen reversed? It's kind of like you thought you had it all, but once you had it all, you realized that it wasn't making you happy, or it wasn't enough, or it was just something that was like fulfilling a need that you didn't realize wasn't really a need at all. It was just like a whim or a want. I feel like you finally got rid of something that was weighing you down, and now you're having to reinvent what really is important to you this month. You're having to reconstruct what matters here. For a lot of you, I feel like this was a breakup, or maybe like I said, for a lot of you, could also be leaving behind the job that you thought would be everything. Because I'm getting the feeling of like picking up after having lost something. Let's go ahead and look at the back of the deck. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, and it's like you're gearing up for something better. You're gearing up for something good. You're rebuilding yourself, and you're building those defenses back up. It's like if somebody knocked down a fence, you're building it back up and even better, because you know now what exactly it is that you have to protect, or you're figuring out exactly how to protect the thing that you want here. For a lot of you, it's your heart, and for some of you, it could literally be your finances. For others of you, this could be your own family, for those of you who have your own families. But for a lot of you, it's like your stability was shaken, and you want to make sure that it is never shaken again. Yeah, very interesting energy. Let's go ahead and move on to the love and relationships. And this is going to be interesting because, like I said, you're having to reassess things in relationships. So for my pile 3, we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. For some of you, like I said, I feel like you left behind a certain social group, you left behind a certain partner, and maybe they took with them a lot of things that you thought you would always have. Mostly physical, mostly material-wise. I don't think it's, maybe for some of you, it could be your sense of security, like how safe you feel, or how... This is like routines. I'm seeing a routine. Like maybe some of you are used to doing something every year with a certain partner, and you're realizing that you're not going to be able to do that this year because you don't have them. Or maybe even, again, that group of friends. This is that solitary energy. For my pile 3. But I need you to understand, this doesn't feel sad. It feels like a new adventure for a lot of you. We have the Four of Wands. Yeah, a new adventure. This is a celebration. I feel like you will be invited to a lot of parties, or people are just going to want to get to know you. But like I said, you may not want to go. For a lot of you, it could just be like the invitation itself that makes you happy, but you may decide to just not go. We have the Eight of Wands. I do see you quickly... Oh, quickly what? Ten of Swords. Quickly getting over certain situations. Like, for example, if there's been a lot of pettiness or gossip or something like that, I feel like you quickly get to the matter at hand and you either resort it or you ignore it. It's like you're not letting things phase you. You're not letting certain situations phase you at all. because you are a queen in recovery, and a queen doesn't, a queen knows when to do what she needs to do, and she's not going to allow the opinions of sheep tell her what to do. Because I feel like a lot of you, you're letting go of a certain mentality from a certain group that just was not vibing with you at all. Like they had a very immature way of seeing things, or they were very, like, I'm seeing catastrophic energy with them. It's not that it's actually a catastrophe. They're making it out to be bigger than it is. Meanwhile, you're over here unbothered. Meanwhile, you're over here like with your head held high thinking, how did I put up with these people? How did I think that I could even be around this group of people, whoever this is. For a lot of you, this is a social group, by the way. I'm not really getting a partnership, though. If your romantic partner or former romantic partner had something to do with this, I see this as well. It's like you're finally seeing people for who they are. We've got, the Three of Pentacles. Maybe some of them are from work, but not everybody. These could also be people that you collaborated with. I'm seeing these more as acquaintances, like people that you were never really close with, but maybe you wanted to, and then you find out what they are, and you're like, I want nothing to do with that. It's like, this is not really a loss, but you're definitely, again, you're redefining what true friends are and what people should actually be. It's like, yeah, you're learning to let go of certain situations. I think people were trying to catch you in some drama or try to drag you down in some drama, and you were like, no, we're not doing that today, baby girl. We're not doing that. We are far too old to act like it's high school. That's what I'm getting for a lot of you. We also have, Five of Swords reversed. It's like you're not going to be upset over this because you know you're above this. So for a lot of you, this is a social group, and this could explain why you're deciding to be alone. Like maybe if your former group of friends, you used to do something for the holidays every year, you're deciding, I don't need to go to that thing. I'm good. That's what I'm hearing for a lot of you. Like you're not even going to be upset if you don't get invited. But I do feel there's going to be other people who do want to invite you. There's going to be other people who are going to want to hang out with you. So I feel like it's no loss on your part. Yeah, Eight of Swords reversed. It's like, whatever. I'm seeing you for what you are, and I'm not going back. For a lot of you, this could also be the dating scene, because again, I'm getting like this degree of separation between you and these people. Like they're not in your inner circle. And if you're dating, they're not like the people that you are thinking of taking seriously, or you just saw no potential with them. Maybe it's them as well, especially if they are within this group. I feel like you're just distancing yourself from a lot of BS, and I'm very proud of you, Pile 3. Very proud of you. But let's go ahead and see what's going on in your career and finance. Career and finance is always a wild card. Every single pile always has that very differently. I've noticed that. So let's see what's going on for you this particular month of December. We have the Four of Wands reversed. For some of you, these friends could have something to do with the workplace. Like maybe it was a group of friends you wanted to be in with at the workplace, and you were like, never mind. Because you're seeing people for who they truly are. We also have, the Manifester. Look, career-wise, it's going to be a great time in December for everybody this particular month. I'm getting that for every pile. Like, we're getting good stuff in December. We also have the Two of Cups. Oh, you're making new connections at work. You're making new, you're meeting new people. I feel like you're manifesting people that are really going to be able to help you out in your career. Not everybody, but some of you could meet somebody romantic in the workplace, but of course that's not always the case. We have the Two of Wands. Lots of meeting people's energy at work. It's like however much work you put into something, they will match it. Because I'm getting a lot of balanced stuff at work, and I feel like you've been manifesting this because you've been tired of carrying everybody's weight in the workplace. So now it's like people are showing up, and they're going to show up to meet your energy. We have the Four of Swords. Yeah, it almost feels like you're taking a break from work for some of you. Not everybody. But for some of you, if you're not taking a break, it's going to feel like you are, because everybody is showing up and doing what they have to do and meeting you halfway. Especially if your job is somewhere where like people hire seasonal help, or they do something special for like the holidays. This could be the case, and you feel like you're not working as much, even though you probably still are. Back of the deck. Nine of Cups. There's something beautiful going on at work, because I'm getting a sense of joy there. I wonder if it's like a holiday retreat or a holiday company party, something where like everybody's just having a great time, or maybe everybody is finally getting a promotion, because the Nine of Cups is a wish granted, like everybody's finally getting something. I see a very light energy in the workplace, so I'm happy for you, pile 3. You're manifesting great stuff. For some of you, not everybody, certain people, if these friends were from work, they're not going to be there anymore for whatever reason. Maybe they're all quitting, or they're all being fired, or they're just falling off, or they're not making the cut. Yeah, or like I said, if you're taking a break from work, you don't have to deal with them. So this is beautiful energy. I love it. I love it for you. So let's go ahead and move on to your closing advice. Yeah, it's a very quiet December for you, but I think you're okay with that. Considering what the previous months or year have brought for you, I think you're ready for something more you-focused and more quiet. So we're going to do, let's start with the self-care oracle cards. For my pile 3. Okay, we have connect with your womb. Okay, for my ladies and people with a womb here. Can I show this? Will this be edited? I don't know. I never know with YouTube anymore. There is this feeling that you're going to be focusing on like feminine health issues, or if you are planning on having children, on having a baby, you could be focusing on that as well. But yeah, feminine health issues are going to be a big thing this December. Just take care of her, you know, take care of your beautiful body. And definitely see a professional if you feel the need to. I feel like you will have a good time here. This is also letting me know to not let anybody in that you don't want in there. Like, I don't know who needs to hear that, but guard who you bring in there, because you don't just let anybody in there. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I'm hearing that. Also, number 15, which was repeating in... Oh, I'm just now getting that. 15 is the devil card in the tarot. So yeah, definitely don't fall into bad habits. If you know, you know. Don't fall for the lusty things. We also have nourish your temple, and I don't think I can show most of this, but here's this body just like this woman loving her body. So definitely nourish your body in whatever way you feel the need to. This could be through like a massage, through eating better food, through exercising for some of you. Again, you're focusing on yourself, and maybe this is because you kind of have to, especially for my women out there, my feminines out there. I feel like you are not letting anybody in, even romantically, because somebody has really messed with your... Why am I hearing pH balance? Somebody has messed with your body to the point where it's like, no, I'm claiming my body back. So yeah, I love this energy for you, pile 3. All the more power to you. You deserve to take care of that temple, and only allow true worshipers in. Let's go ahead and get your forest friends cards. For my pile 3. Okay, we have, oh, I like this. It's a little wolf and a girl riding her wolf. Girl and her wolf. Follow your dreams. If you have a dream, don't be afraid to follow it. Believing you can do something is half the battle. Yeah, some of you, you're making new dreams. You're building new plans. You're doing something different. And then we have, oh, of course, this is appropriate. This is Santa and his reindeer. Inner child. Remember when you believed? Channel your inner child and be open to the magic that surrounds you. So maybe some of you really like Christmas and you're all about Christmas cheer. That doesn't have to be the case. But even so, we're dealing with, like, for some of you, I'm hearing childhood wounds. Maybe even like... Because our childhood wounds don't just have to be from when we were children. They can even start in the womb, from when our mothers were carrying us. And sometimes the hardships and the energy that our mothers had whenever we were in their womb, they can affect us. And we can even be born with certain things in utero, like certain mentalities or certain thoughts about ourselves in utero. So yeah, that's very interesting. For some of you, womb healing could be very important, whether it's your own womb or the energy that you carried whenever your mother had you in her womb. I know that sounds very deep, but I do it all the time. It's very interesting, the stuff that I come up with in there. But let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. This one came out very quickly, and it's a girl on a swing. Again, the inner child is speaking here. Your mind is a recorder. Let go of all negative, unkind replays and replace them with elevated sounds. Listen to happy things, pile 3. I know some of you love you love horror movies and you love the true crime podcast, but every now and then make sure you're listening to good, positive things. I do this by listening to like inspirational stuff in the morning, whether it's like a tarot reading or a channel or something like a channel, somebody who channels advice, something like that. Sometimes it's just positive music. Make sure you're listening to positive things, because it can be very easy, especially in times of solitude, to get into this energy of like feeling lonely, when the truth is that you're not lonely. You're just alone and focusing on you. So make sure you are listening to positive things. And then this one popped out. She jumped at me. Relinquish defensiveness in your communications. Instead, stand tall, listen, and learn. Oh, and that brings it full circle. We had the card that you chose was Silent Night. And here we have stand tall, listen, and learn. For a lot of you, you're going to learn how to listen to people and hear what they say. And I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's because you're tired of talking. Maybe it's because you're tired of having to fill the void or fill in the conversation. You're letting them talk and see what that brings through to you. And that could have something to do with your intuition as well. But this is where I leave it, pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I am sending you a beautiful, happy, healing December. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 4. If you chose the sparkly gold bow, then we have a reading here for you for the month of December. We're going to see what themes, what things will be happening in December for you. So let's go ahead and start with the oracles, and then we'll do the tarot, which I do my tarot in general, love, relationship, and career and finance. But the card you chose is Storm 37. As within and so without, there are storms a-coming, a change without doubt. Don't freak out about this. I feel like this is something good, because it's making me think. I don't know why I've been channeling her imagery so much lately, but Storm from X-Men has been coming through. And look, I love Storm, I really do, but she's never been like my favorite of the X-Men. But I feel like something about her energy, her fury, but at the same time, her willingness to like really respect herself is coming through. And I've kind of been getting this message, mostly for myself, but I feel like a lot of you need to hear it as well. There is nothing wrong with anger. Anger is a form of self-respect, because when you notice that people are taking you for granted or trying to make you out to be a fool, it's natural to be angry. And you're angry because you know you are worth more. You're angry because you know that you deserve way more than that. And in acknowledging that you are worth more, that's just proof that, you value yourself. And that's a beautiful thing here. So the storm also makes me think of a tower moment. So maybe something unexpected will happen in December. But again, that's not a bad thing. I love tower moments personally, because this is essentially a shocking surprise. And, shocking surprises can be great if it's something good for you. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards for the month of December for my pile 4. We have Star 36. Follow the stars, for they know best. Not too light, not too dark. A shimmer of what is coming next. I feel like a lot of you, you're like really waiting for something that happens after December. Because here we have a change without a doubt. A shimmer of what is coming next. I feel like for some of you, December is just like a placeholder for the new year, or for the month of January, or whatever the case may be. We have falling in love. Oh my gosh. The thorns of roses rip open the heart, only for thy petals to bleed into thy soul. This is number 11. I think some of you are really focusing on romance this particular month. And not every pile could say that, not every pile could say that. I feel like for this one, you're either spending more time with like a romantic partner, or you could be meeting a romantic partner. Take it as it resonates, of course. I want to get one more. Forest 15. It is without question a place of mystery. Whispers of power you've forgotten. Let thy strength crawl from beneath the ground and remind you, dear child, you are magic. Okay, there was a plane in the background and I had to pause for a moment to let it go away. But there's something here about mysteries. There's something here about shadow work as well. Because whenever I see this card, I think of shadow work, but it's also number 15, which makes me think of the Devil card in tarot. So for some of you, you're overcoming either certain bad habits. I'm hearing some of you, you're overcoming certain truths that you were refusing to see as well. Maybe in regards to a relationship or in regards to your own view of relationships as well. And this would be, for example, letting go of some sort of heart-centered or romantic blocks that were preventing you from meeting somebody, and then you meet somebody and have a great time with them. And I'm not necessarily saying that, this could be any sort of person. For some of you, you're already in a committed relationship and this could be that person. For some of you, you could be dating somebody and just have a great time with them. And then for some of you, I forgot what I was going to say about the third one. You could be meeting somebody that you see potential with. Because I'm seeing like every level of a romantic connection here for some of you with this particular card. Back of the deck, self-care, 31. If not me, then who? To tend to a wholeness, the parts in which surrender thy pulse, for a heart that's nearer than any other. It's interesting that we have 31 because, like I said, I feel like a lot of you are waiting for the next, you're waiting for the next year, you're waiting for the next month, and the 31st is New Year's Eve. But I also have the self-care oracle in the concluding cards, so we'll see what that has to say because I feel like it's going to be very pivotal for you. So for my pile 4, also you have a lot of white in your cards. Like, it's interesting the colors that pop through. And white to me symbolizes newness. It symbolizes purity. I know in certain parts of the world, it's a color that people wear to funerals. So you could see this as like a transformation, the death of something and the birth of something else. We have Tranquility Violet. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what this means in a moment. I'm kind of seeing, you know how after a storm, there's always like a rainbow or like a calm or a lot more sunlight? That's what I'm seeing. I feel like some of you had a rather rough year, and December is actually going to be the calm after the storm, or like just some sense of tranquility after a long year. We also have Memory with Rosemary. It's interesting because rosemary, they sell little trees made of rosemary, or little rosemary trees here where I live. And it's a very beautiful scent, but it's also a very cleansing and purifying herb. I know some people burn it, kind of like how they burn a white sage or Palo Santo just to clear the air. I sometimes buy my sage with rosemary, like a string of rosemary in it. So take that if it resonates, because it catches on fire really easily. That's why Leo is here, a fire sign. That makes sense. But something about memories. Some of you could start journaling, or maybe you're looking back through some of the old things that you've done this year, like especially if you keep pictures of the past year. And if you're doing like a compilation of like what went on this year, I feel like a lot of you, you're looking back at what happened the past year to see how far you've come. We have, horse freedom. And I was about to point out the horse here because this cute couple is on this white horse. Freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Somebody here could be Year of the Horse. I know I am. But even then, it's like you're allowing yourself to focus on yourself, because I know in Chinese or lunar astrology, horses are known as very independent to a fault. Like I've seen some of those passages describe horses as selfish, and I'm like, it's not selfish to focus on you. But I could see from a perspective of maybe like, ancient China, that could be seen as very selfish, because it used to be that it would be about the collective. I'm not sure if that's still the case in modern China or modern parts of East Asia, but there's this feeling here that you are focusing on yourself, and you are, the self-care. You're taking care of yourself. You're focusing on what makes you happy. And because you focus on yourself, I feel like you're able to be more authentic. And when you're authentic, you draw the people that are meant to fall in love with you. So even if it's not romantic, maybe this is like friends and admirers who just, they love everything that you're about, and they find it very easy to fall for the person that you are. Let's go ahead and get your this card, your karma cards for my pile. Green is definitely your color, because I'm seeing a lot of like this deep forest green. Also white, but the green stands out more. Yeah, there it is, Taurus. And here we have more green. Your beliefs, the cost of, use the most direct way. This goes back to self-care, because Tauruses are really good at indulging in what makes them feel comfortable. I feel like for a lot of you, you're going back to what makes you feel comfortable, cozy. You're making sure that you're okay. You're focusing back on your body even. And again, that love. For a lot of you, this love is going to be very classic. It's going to be very like traditional love. Like, you know, you meet someone, you fall in love, and then you do certain things with them. I'm not seeing any games, and I'm not seeing any of this, you know, will they, won't they, back and forth. It's just very straightforward, whatever this is. Even the people who are into you, they're going to be very straightforward and like ask you out. And maybe you've been manifesting this. It's like, you don't want to have to be flirting all the time. You don't want to have to be in a situationship. You just plain and simple want somebody. You could be manifesting this month as well. And maybe you already have, and you won't see them until the following month. Very earthy energy here. Let's go ahead and get more cards. But overall, I'm not seeing like one main story here. I'm seeing several things, because all the other piles, they've had like a very specific theme or storyline to follow. For you, I feel like you're just doing you. We have Sunstone. Embrace your main character energy. Yeah, like I said, you're focusing back on yourself. You're focusing on what makes you happy, on whatever it is that your journey is. You're not worrying about anybody else. Back of the deck, we have Kyanite. Tune into your inner truth. Yeah. Some of you are accepting and acknowledging your truth, whatever that truth may be, because you're no longer wanting to follow anybody else's rules. This could be my pile of people who don't really have, I don't know why this is coming through, but maybe you don't really work like a regular 9-to-5 job. Maybe you are like a business owner, or you freelance, and that's why you're focusing a lot more on yourself, because you have the luxury to do so. Let's go ahead and get your Woodland Wardens. Oh, we have the Martin and Foxglove, Mischief. This makes me think of a dog for some reason. Maybe some of you have a little dog that just likes to get into no good. You know, they're always getting in trouble. This is 2024. Somebody here who is 24 could be up to no good as well. But some of you, this mischief doesn't feel like a bad thing though. I feel like it's good, like it's fun, good mischief. Like maybe you're deciding to play a prank on some friends, or maybe you're just, I don't know. Oh yeah, like for those of you who do like, what's it called, White Elephant or Secret Santa, maybe you're deciding to get a really funny gift for somebody that you know, and you just feel like it's going to be the greatest thing of all time. That's what I'm getting, like cute mischief. Or it could be, like I said, your pet's just up to no good for whatever. Maybe they're being extra cheeky this month and you're just wondering why. We also have a horse again. The horse and the bluebell, modest fortitude. So those of you who are Year of the Horse, please comment below and leave me a little horse emoji, because this is my crew. I love horse people. I am a Year of the Horse, and I know a lot of Year of the Horse people. And I think the reason I just vibe with them so much, it's like we all do our own thing, and we don't take it personally if we don't involve each other in it. I'm getting that kind of energy. It's like if your friends are around, that's great, but if they're not, they won't take it personally either. Because I was talking about codependency in another pile. I forget which one. But here, you're definitely not a codependent person. And even if you have somebody, I feel like they like that you're not that way. And I think that's the irony of it. This could be like you decide to become so independent, not hyper independent, but healthily independent. And yet that brings in more people who want to be around you, be like you, want to have something to do with you. It's like once you let go of like the need to be around people, ironically, people want to flock to you. I feel like that's a form of self-care. Is maybe some of you are doing like massive decordings from everything and everyone this particular year. And if you're not, I feel like Spirit is really calling you to do that. Like go back through all the people that you've met, had anything, you know, very personal and close to do with this past year, especially for those of you who date a lot or who have had, you know, multiple offers. Decord every single one of them. and see what that brings you. Either it will bring you in somebody new, or the people who are really meant for you will somehow show up and actually have something to offer you, which is very interesting. Yeah, you're definitely stepping into main character energy this December, and I feel like it's all for the better. And yet, ironically, I feel like you're not really focusing on December. You're focusing on what is coming up next. It's like, okay, this wasn't my year. I'm ready for a blank slate. Where is 2025? Because that's what I want to focus on. That's what I'm getting for you, pile 4. And I kind of love this. I love this very much. So let's go ahead, and if this sounds like you, and if you want to continue listening, we're going to go into the tarot, and we're going to see in general romantic and career finance situations what will be going on. So we're going to use the Star Child Tarot for the main or general reading. Oh, it should also be pointed out that this was the only pile I did during the day. My schedule has been all over the place, so nighttime has been one of the few times I've been able to do my readings, which I don't like. I prefer the daylight because I think the light is better. Aesthetically, it's more pleasing than the nighttime. But let's go ahead and get your cards. Pile 4. So, Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Ooh, also new inspiration. You're going to be very inspired to do new things this particular month. And I feel like you can't start them until you're done with this month. Again, there's like this excitement for the coming year or the coming month. And I'm not, again, maybe some of you are just, every single pile has been done with this past year. That's for sure. Every single pile has been done with this past, with 2024. We have the 3 of Wands. I see you juggling a lot of things. Like, this is more than one project that you're wanting to begin. We have the 3 of Cups. Is this meant to be reversed? Kinda. Like I said, you are letting go of codependency. You're letting go of the need to be around people. It's like if people don't want you to be anywhere, you're going to be fine with that. Because I don't think you really... It's not that you don't care about your friends or that you don't care about your social circle. It's just like you have your own things to do. And if they want to involve you, you're fine with that. And if they don't, you're fine with that too. Especially for those of you who have been latching onto your social group very strongly this past year. We have the 2 of Swords. Okay, communication is opening up. I don't know who from. This could also be you opening up your communication. For some of you, yeah, it's like, especially those of you who have been like dating around a lot, if anyone's ghosted you, it wouldn't surprise me if they came back around once you decided to let go of that particular energy, or if you decided to let go of any expectations of whatever they were meant to be or whatever you wanted to do. We have the 2 of Wands. Lots of Wands energy. Look, you're going to be very busy this month, but it's busy in a good way. It's like you're finding yourself very occupied with multiple things to do, whether that's taking care of yourself through exercise and, you know, going to appointments, doing certain things, or whether it's through, you're just keeping busy. Like maybe some of you are deciding to go do some holiday things, or maybe there's certain things in December that you're just focusing on. Because I'm seeing several things actually. Let's go ahead. Oh wait, these are all the cards. I'm getting one more though, because I feel I need to get one more. What is pile 4 so busy with? I'm hearing everything. 2 of Cups. For some of you, maybe you are in a relationship and like this is taking up a lot of your time. Oh, okay. That got 18 plus very quickly. For those of you in a new connection, this is somebody who you won't be able to keep your hands off of, and they won't be able to keep their hands off of you. No wonder you wanted to keep it secret. It's like, be quiet, Stephanie. Don't let all of pile 4's viewers know what's going on. 8 of Pentacles reversed. Because this has been a long time. You've waited for a long time for this particular situation. For those of you in a long distance connection, I feel like you get to see them towards the end of the month. And this is why you're just waiting and waiting for all of December to finally be over so that you can see them. This is very cute. And I feel like that's a good transition to love and relationships here. Are some of you like secretly with somebody and you don't want anybody to know? This is very cute, pile 4. Let's see what's going on. with love and relationships and friendships. The Three of Cups makes sense because sometimes, you know, when we get new partners, we tend to ditch our friends. That's what I'm seeing. We have Temperance, healing. A lot of you, you've done your healing when it comes to romance, when it comes to the heart chakra, when it comes to codependency even. We have the Six of Cups. And what this has made you... Oh, this is beautiful energy. Let me get the rest of them. The Hanged Man. Five of Swords, Three of Pentacles. For a lot of you, you've had friends discourage you from attempting something with somebody or wanting to be in a connection. It's kind of like if you surround yourself with like miserable single friends, those miserable single friends will not want to see you in a relationship. That's what I'm seeing. But you've done your healing from this. You've overcome this particular mentality, whether it was your own or something that you caught from them. Because the Six of Cups is like, it's nostalgia. It's you're looking back at your childhood and how that affected how you view relationships, but it could also be, again, your friends, especially friends that you've had for a long time, and why you've allowed them to like shift your perspective when you know deep down within your heart you're nothing like them when it comes to romance. Even though you may be like them in every other aspect, you're not like them when it comes to romance. Yeah, Nine of Swords. And for a lot of you, this could have caused you some anxiety. I feel like it's... why are your friends meddling in your love life is what I want to know. Or their perspectives. Even if they don't directly tell you, it's like they very heavily hint that you shouldn't be wanting XYZ, even though you really do want... excuse me, want it. If it's not your friends, I could see this like social media. Because I know whenever I pop on social media in, you know, dating memes or whatever... there's always this whole thing of like, oh, it's better to be single. I don't want nothing with people, etc. And I'm always like, but why? That's the whole point of dating. You keep doing it until you find somebody. Like, of course, it's going to be tiring. But if you find joy in the actual act of dating, it won't be a waste of time. You know, because personally, I love to get to meet people. I love to get to know them. You know, I love figuring out what their birthday is and, you know, trying to read them in my little psychic way that I like to do. It's fun, and then I like getting to know what they're into and if I'm into that as well. But for a lot of people, it's just like there's this exhaustion when it comes to dating, and I get it. Like, if it's not just the dating pool that sucks, it's also us individually as people that are bringing the wrong mindset to it that is making it suck. I hate to say this, but I'm calling myself out here too. Maybe I'm the one also not being a great date, and maybe that's why I hate it from time to time. I had to really overcome that. So for a lot of you, maybe you've already overcome this and maybe you agree, and maybe your friends don't, and that's why you're kind of having to, like, you know, keep yourself busy with other things that are not this mentality. Back of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, because they're stuck in this old mindset, and you're not. The Five of Cups in the Rider-Waite, it's like that person who is looking really sad at 3 cups that have fallen, but there's 2 that are still up. You're the person looking at the 2 cups that are still up. In fact, they're over here with this 2 of Cups. It's like, I'm not giving up on love, and I'm not giving up on myself and what I know I need and deserve. But you're allowing your friends to, you know, do themselves, be whatever it is, or the collective at large, whoever it is. For those of you already in a connection, it's like you're going to be happy with your partner even if your friends don't have a partner, and you're not going to feel bad about it. You're not going to feel bad about how you just happen to be lucky with this particular relationship and they're not, and maybe you're seeing signs of their jealousy toward you, especially here with the Five of Swords. It's like you can't win with them anyway. Like, you're not going to try and convince them that, you know, maybe somebody here has tried to convince you to step away from somebody, and you're like, no, why would I? I'm very happy with this person. Yeah, if it's not friends, it's definitely like the culture at large. Like, I feel like social media and or your friends have really meddled with how you're meant to view love and relationships, and you're kind of done with that. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be happy in my way. And this is a very liberating mindset, Pile 4. I'm very proud of you for this, because it was hard for me to overcome, for sure, because I think I spent a lot of my early 20s being very bitter about love, and it's like, I'm not about to be bitter about love again now that I'm single in my 30s. It's so draining, and it's so heavy to have that mindset. I might as well just have fun with it, you know? Yeah, I really love this pile. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards, though. Let's get your career and finance. You're not letting everybody else's perspectives undo your own healing. Like, why would you let them? Why? They need to work on themselves for sure, but I don't see you having any animosity towards them. I just see you knowing that it's a fight or an argument you can't win against them. So you're just like, okay, you do you and I'll do me. All right, career and finance. We have the 5 of Wands reversed. Ooh, things are calming down in the workplace. We have the Empress. Wow. The 3 of Pentacles reversed. Has that shown up in every... No, this is the 3 of Cups reversed. But similarly, it's like you're ignoring the people at large. This is that quote, quote, selfishness and self-care that you are doing. It's very... How do I say this? Being selfish is your form of self-care because everybody else around you is in a particular mindset that you do not care for, whether it's your friends, your colleagues, the culture, your generation. You're not having any of that. You're like, I don't care. I'm separating myself from this mentality and I am doing me. And that's going to help you out in the workplace. Because I see this a lot in every workplace, in every job. Like some people have just given up and they just show up to work to make money and they put no effort and then they clock out. You're not like that. Mostly because I feel like it's in your character to not be like that. Like you actually care. But oddly enough, it's this same mentality that is going to make your job easier because people see that you put in the effort. They're going to want to help you. And you're going to end up receiving a lot more than other people. Yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. It's like you're no longer in beginner energy. People are seeing that you are worth more than whatever... Like, especially if you're working with new people, they're seeing that you're worth way more than these new people. It's like they took you for granted until they hired new people and realized that they are nowhere near your level, even if they were considering you to be at that same level. So especially for those of you who, you know, you get hired at a certain amount, like a certain salary or a certain whatever they were paying you. And then they're paying these people, these new people who don't know how to do anything more. You're going to get compensated. Somebody's going to say something. Somebody's going to at least bring up this particular situation in conversation because they've been taking you for granted in the workplace. Again, because you give your all and these new people don't do anything anywhere near as much as you do. Let's get one more. You're getting extra cards here, pile 4, because you have a very interesting situation. Yeah, the Sage. This is the Hermit. And usually hermit means like isolation, but here I'm seeing it as somebody dedicated to their craft, somebody dedicated to the growth of something. You're dedicated to your work because this is also Virgo in astrology. This is the card that resonates with Virgo, and Virgos are known for being very hardworking, very meticulous, and very structured. And a Virgo employee is somebody that, you know, a lot of people... Well, a stereotypical Virgo employee is somebody that a lot of people really value in the workplace. So I feel like you're being very valued at work. And even if it's not through, you know, monetary compensation, you could end up winning awards or like employee of the month, employee of the year, etc., etc. It's like you're doing a lot this particular month and people are acknowledging it because these new people here, they pale in comparison to you. And I feel like certain people, like I said, they've taken you for granted. They've forgotten just how good of a worker you are. And I think they're seeing this and they're making it a point to tell you and show you this somehow. Back of the deck, yeah, we have the Queen of Wands. You're also looking really, really... usually this is like finding people attractive, and maybe you are looking attractive in the workplace, like physically appealing. But this is more like your work and the things you do are very attractive to the point that I see other people might want to ask you to go to their own department or to another workplace. Like you're catching the attention of people in the workplace. Maybe romantically, I doubt it. But if it is, it's more like because you look good. You know, you could be the hottie at work. I don't know. Or the baddie at work, whatever you want to say. But for a lot of you, your work level, the integrity you bring and the organization you bring, people are going to ask if you want to switch to certain departments or to certain places. They may ask like if you want to try something out because they see your work ethic. It's very on point. And everybody else around you, like I said, they pale in comparison, especially those who think they can just get away with doing the bare minimum. You don't do that, pile 4. You put your all in because this is just how you were raised. This is just the person you are. I'm loving this mentality for you, pile 4. Like, I don't know who you are, but wow. You've really overcome a lot of negativity in the past year. Also some negative mindsets, whether they were from somebody else or even your own. And for a lot of you, I feel like maybe you understood you were in a negative mindset, so you decided to flip that around, and it's doing wonders for you this particular month of December. So yeah, let's move on to some closing advice, because like I said, self-care is going to be important. I want to see what those cards have to say for you. And again, I want to thank you for clicking on this reading. And if you feel like you resonate with my readings, you can like, comment and or subscribe. But for the self-care oracles, I'm being told to get 3 for you. For my pile 4. We have rest 43. A lot of you, you're going to be sleeping a lot more, which doesn't surprise me. I know in the Northern Hemisphere, when it's winter time, I tend to sleep more during the winter season because it's nighttime and, you know, it just, you're cozy in bed. But resting will help you a lot this particular month. We have abundance planning. Yeah, for some of you, you're planning something to do with your finances. You could be planning trips or something that is like a big purchase. I'm seeing mostly trips though. It's like, this is going to cost this is going to cost that. So you're saving up money for either a trip or something big, like I just keep hearing a trip. Maybe some of you are going on vacation next year. And then we have look to the stars. So some of you are definitely looking to astrology. Again, number 31 is coming through very strongly. Some of you are really waiting for New Year's Eve for something. You could also be looking at the astrology of the following year, because I know some people prefer to go on vacation during certain times of the year. Personally, I like, depending on where I'm going, if it's like the summer Cancer season, I like to go to family because Cancer really values family. But if it's Leo, I want to go somewhere where I'm going to take a lot of pictures because, you know, the pictures are going to be on point. Leo being a sign of appearances. I also like Aquarius. Aquarius is my favorite time of the year to go because it's usually after the holidays and there's a lot of detachment. So a lot of cool things happen whenever I travel during Aquarius season. I want to get one more. Okay, like I said, I can't even show this. It's number 44 and it's, you know, the sensual card. And there's a nice booty right here on this card. I don't know if I can show this or even show the word. I'm just going to show 44 and like, there we go. That, like that. What did I say? For a lot of you, if you have a partner, you cannot keep your hands off each other and it's so cute. But do be careful because you're going to be very fertile this month. If so, I was getting that for a lot of people in December. Be careful in December if you don't want to become pregnant. And yeah, back of the deck, journaling. I feel like a lot of you are going back to journaling as well. Okay, let's get your Let Go and Forest Friends cards. You're also going to be very abundant this month because like I said, this is the one that I've given the most cards to. In fact, what time am I on? Yeah, this might be my longest, my longest pile. If you have a problem, you have an opportunity, so let go all the blame. Yeah, I feel like you've already done that. It's like you see problems and you want to fix them. Like you don't want to get stuck in stagnant energy here this particular month. We also have this one. Stand in a garden and be thought-free just for a moment. A lot of you, you're meditating. And maybe this is how you meditate. You just go to sleep. I know I used to do that where I would try to meditate and instead I would end up falling asleep. But that's okay because sometimes the messages and visualizations that come through in dreams can be seen as a form of meditation. I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's get your animal cards. We have this frog. Sage frog, balance. Your life needs balance. Sometimes you've caught enough flies and it's time to kick back. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I feel like a lot of you are balancing yourself out this month. And the last one. Oh, look at these ducks. They're so cute. Inquisitive duckling, curiosity. To stay curious, is it to keep finding new possibilities? Sorry. To stay curious is to keep finding new possibilities. What are you curious about? Like I said, a lot of you, you're starting new projects. You're letting your curiosity take you to new projects, to new things to do. I feel like you're going to keep very busy. It's going to be a very interesting month for you, Pile 4. But this is where I leave you. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care.